So you're thinking about Europe for 2025, maybe. Got that travel itch.
Seems like a lot of people are.
Yeah, well, you've definitely landed in the right spot. We've got this really fantastic resource here. It's a curated list, basically.
Ah.
Spotlights 15 European countries that, well, look set to be standouts next year. Think of this as, I guess, your personal cheat sheet to the continent's best bits.
Okay.
And our mission today is to dive deep into this list, pull out the most compelling stuff, those aha moments, reasons why these places deserve a spot on your 2025 map.
Yeah, and it's actually remarkable looking at this list just how much variety Europe really offers. It's not just the same old places.
Right.
There are some really fascinating shifts happening, some under-the-radar spots gaining ground. This gives a great snapshot. So let's maybe jump in with, well, a classic.
Italy.
Italy.
Yeah, always a contender, isn't it?
Yeah.
And this list, it positions it perfectly, I think, that timeless blend of the iconic, but also what's evolving. You've got those must-sees that just keep drawing people, and the sheer weight of history in Rome. Florence, just like breathing Renaissance art, and Venice, which, I mean, still feels like stepping onto a movie set.
It really does.
But what stands out here, maybe for 2025 planning, is this emphasis on richer, more immersive experiences.
How so?
Well, the list points to things like culinary tours that go beyond just pasta and pizza,
Yeah.
Those escapes to Tuscan vineyards for a real taste of rural life.
Ah, nice.
And the rising appeal of quieter islands. It mentions Procida, for example, a different kind of Italian coastal charm.
Yeah, and what's fascinating there is how Italy just keeps deepening its appeal while those, historical and artistic heavyweights are still crucial.
Sure.
This increasing desire for authentic regional stuff, like digging into specific food traditions or finding those lesser-known islands, it suggests people want maybe a more profound connection.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so this list suggests that for 2025, it's really about tapping into that multifaceted Italian experience.
Okay, so let's maybe journey west now, over to France.
France, right, and obviously Paris. It'll always have that pull, that allure.
Always.
But this list, it really shines a light on what else is waiting beyond the capital in 2025. It talks about unlocking these hidden gems.
Ooh, intriguing.
Picture this, right? The lavender fields in Provence, just miles of them, the smell, or the legendary vineyards in Bordeaux for some, amazing wine experiences, and those utterly charming villages scattered through Alsace. Each one looks completely unique. France just seems to offer this incredible diversity, whether you want romance, food, or just beautiful scenery away from the big crowds.
And if we connect that to the bigger picture for travel considerations, France in 2025 seems to be really highlighting its distinct regional identities.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. This list is almost like an invitation, isn't it? Move beyond the well-trodden Parisian paths and discover the different landscapes, cultures, traditions, the whole French tapestry.
Right, a chance to see a different side of France. More intimate.
Exactly. So, next up on our list, the vibrant energy of Spain.
Spain. Just thinking about it brings that lively vibe to mind. Flamenco in Seville.
A passion.
Yeah. And the sun-drenched beaches, Costa del Sol, and of course Gaudí in Barcelona. His architecture is just...
Oh, wow.
It is something else. These are classic Spanish experiences for a reason. But what's interesting here for 2025 plans is the source material mentioning the growing popularity of lesser-known gems.
Oh.
Like Bilbao and Ronda. It suggests that maybe for your trip, you might find a more authentic flavor of Spanish culture and food if you venture beyond the main tourist spots.
That's actually a really important point for travelers seeking genuine experiences, as some of the, let's say, more established destinations get really busy.
Yeah, they can be packed.
Places like Bilbao, with the Guggenheim and that amazing food scene, or Ronda, perched up on its cliff top. They offer a compelling alternative, a more local feel, perhaps.
So, looking beyond the postcards.
Precisely. Discovering the true essence of Spain. Okay, let's consider Portugal next.
Portugal, which the list calls a coastal charmer. And that feels right. It really did feel like Europe's best-kept secret for a bit, didn't it?
It did, yeah, but it's getting the recognition now.
Deservedly.
Yeah.
For a 2025 trip, the list points to key spots like Lisbon, those vibrant historic streets.
Beautiful city.
The charm of Porto, with the port wine cellars along the river. And obviously those stunning Algarve beaches.
Can't forget the Algarve.
And a big draw, I think, might be its reputation for affordability and safety. Plus the history, the wine. It sounds like Portugal offers a fantastic all-around package.
What's really fascinating for your planning is how Portugal seems to be managing to keep its authentic appeal even while becoming more popular.
That's a tricky balance.
It is, and it reflects the quality of experiences you could have there: history, food, nature, often at a more competitive price. It's a smart and rewarding choice for lots of different travel styles in 2025. Okay, heading eastward now, we land in Greece.
Greece. And it's refreshing, actually, that this list immediately nudges you beyond just Santorini.
Right, it's not just the white and blue domes.
Exactly. They're stunning, obviously, but Greece has so much more for a 2025 trip. The suggestion to explore islands like Naxos or Milos and the Peloponnese Peninsula, that's fantastic advice. You'll still get that incredible sunshine, the amazing ancient ruins, the crystal clear water, but maybe, just maybe, with a more relaxed vibe, fewer crowds. This should really appeal if you love both history and the coast.
Yeah, the source material's emphasis on destinations beyond the popular Cyclades is really valuable insight for travel planning. It highlights just how diverse the Greek islands and mainland are.
Each with its own character.
Exactly. The Peloponnese, for instance, it's packed with archaeological sites, dramatic landscapes, while islands like Naxos and Milos offer beautiful beaches and a more sort of tranquil feel. It encourages a deeper exploration.
A good point.
Now, for a complete change of scenery, let's consider Switzerland.
Switzerland.
Yeah.
Picture postcard perfect, right? Those amazing alpine lakes, snow-capped peaks everywhere, and those little villages tucked in the valleys.
It's stunning.
The list nails it by mentioning places like Interlaken, for adventure stuff, the Glacier Express train journey,
iconic,
and hiking near the Matterhorn in Zermatt. Just incredible. And it's interesting, it notes the thriving ecotourism scene for 2025.
Which is increasingly important.
Yeah, it positions Switzerland as a real haven if you love the great outdoors and sustainable travel.
Switzerland's strong focus on ecotourism, as the list notes, really aligns with that growing global desire for more sustainable travel. Their commitment to preserving that pristine environment while offering incredible outdoor experiences makes it very compelling for environmentally conscious travelers. The chance to be in that scenery with conservation in mind. It's a big takeaway. Next up, Austria.
Austria, where the list shows off this beautiful mix of, stunning nature and really rich culture.
Great combination.
Think of Vienna's elegance, the imperial history, Salzburg, Mozart's town, and Hallstatt. That lakeside village that looks like it's straight out of a storybook.
Almost unreal, isn't it?
Totally. The list rightly points out its appeal if you're into classical music, or the charm of Christmas markets and obviously those breathtaking landscapes. Sounds like a very well-rounded destination for 2025.
Yeah, the source material really highlights that contrast effectively: grand cities like Vienna versus idyllic villages like Hallstatt.
Best of both worlds, maybe.
Perhaps. Whether you're drawn to the history and culture in the cities or the natural beauty of the Alps, Austria gives you a diverse range of experiences. And that musical heritage adds another rich layer. It's a strong contender. Let's continue our journey into Germany.
Germany, right. A country of fascinating contrasts, as this list points out. You've got those almost fairy tale towns, like Rothenburg of der Tauber.
That's so picturesque.
Then the modern buzz of cities like Berlin. And in between, these incredibly scenic drives like the Romantic Road. What's particularly relevant for 2025, according to the source, is the significance of its cultural festivals and its growing number of green travel initiatives.
Interesting.
Yeah, it suggests Germany caters both to the history buffs and the increasingly eco-conscious traveler.
Germany's dual focus, preserving its history while embracing sustainable practices, that reflects a significant trend in European tourism right now. The mix of well-preserved medieval towns, vibrant modern cities, and that growing commitment to eco-friendly travel makes it attractive for a wide range of interests. And the festivals offer unique ways to dive into German culture. Okay, our next stop is Croatia.
A country that's seen this incredible surge in popularity. And you can see why, can't you?
Absolutely. The coastline is spectacular.
Dubrovnik's old town is just breathtaking. The Dalmatian coast has that stunning turquoise water. Islands like Hvar are idyllic.
Right.
But the list mentions that for 2025, Croatia is really expanding its cultural tourism beyond, the Game of Thrones connection.
Good. Moving beyond that.
Yeah. It suggests that for your trip, you can dig deeper into the country's own rich history and traditions.
And the source material is right to point that out. The increasing recognition of Croatia's deep cultural heritage beyond just pop culture links, that's important. While those connections might spark initial interest, The country has so much history, diverse landscapes, a vibrant culture. It really deserves exploration on its own terms. Expanding cultural tourism will let you experience a more multifaceted Croatia in 2025.
Sounds great.
Now, for a dramatic shift, let's head north to Norway.
Norway, land of truly dramatic nature, as the list says. Fjords cutting through the land, massive waterfalls, and if you're lucky, the northern lights.
Magical.
It's a nature lover's dream. And the list highlights a significant focus on sustainability and slow travel in Norway for 2025.
That seems very fitting for Norway.
It does. It paints this picture of a destination that's perfect if you want to truly disconnect from the daily grind and reconnect with nature in a, well, thoughtful and responsible way.
Norway's strong emphasis on sustainability and slow travel, as our source notes, really resonates with that growing desire among travelers for more meaningful, less impactful trips.
Definitely a trend.
The chance to immerse yourself in that stunning nature while respecting and preserving it, that's a key draw. Focusing on disconnecting, reconnecting with nature, it offers a welcome break for a 2025 trip. Okay, let's continue our Nordic journey to Iceland.
Iceland, wow. A place that genuinely feels, I don't know, otherworldly.
It really does have that feel.
Geysers erupting, volcanoes shaping the land, those unique black sand beaches, and relaxing in geothermal hot springs, of course.
Blue Lagoon and others.
Right. And the list specifically calls it one of the best solo travel destinations in Europe for 2025. Which makes sense, right? If you're thinking of a solo venture, its small population, the sheer number of incredible, often solitary experiences.
Absolutely. Iceland's unique geology and landscapes, highlighted in the source, create an environment that fosters both thrilling adventure and quiet introspection.
Yeah, you could really find both there.
And its reputation as a safe, welcoming country, plus all those natural marvels, makes it ideal for solo travelers seeking excitement and solitude. The raw beauty is just captivating. Okay, moving south now. Let's consider the Netherlands.
The Netherlands, and the list is quick to point out, it's so much more than just Amsterdam.
Which is great, because it is.
Charming towns like Utrecht with its canals, Haarlem's historic streets, Giethoorn, the Venice of the north. It paints a picture of a country just brimming with character.
It really is.
And for 2025, the cultural appeal seems huge. Cycling tours through those iconic flat landscapes, world-class art museums, and obviously the spring tulip festivals, a feast for the eyes.
And the Netherlands' incredibly efficient infrastructure, especially the cycling paths, makes it remarkably easy to explore beyond the big cities, just like the list suggests.
Right, you can get everywhere on a bike.
Pretty much. The strong focus on art, history, its unique relationship with water. It creates a really rich cultural landscape. And yeah, tulip season is just spectacular. Okay, our next destination takes us to the Czech Republic.
The Czech Republic, with Prague described as its fairy tale capital. And that description from the list is spot on, isn't it?
It really is.
The Gothic architecture, those winding, cobbled streets in the old town.
Yeah.
It feels like stepping back in time.
Mm-hmm.
But the source material also encourages venturing beyond Prague in 2025. Experiencing places like Český Krumlov with its stunning castle, or Karlovy Vary and its elegant spa town feel, offers a deeper dive into the Bohemian region.
Yeah, while Prague's grandeur is undeniable, the list wisely suggests exploring beyond the capital gives you a more complete picture of the Czech Republic's rich culture and nature.
Get the full experience.
Exactly. Český Krumlov, Karlovy Vary. They offer distinct, enriching experiences that really complement a visit to Prague for your 2025 trip.
Okay, our penultimate stop is Hungary.
Hungary. And the list confidently states that Budapest alone is a compelling reason to visit, which, thinking about it,
Yeah.
it's hard to argue with that.
The stunning thermal spas for relaxing, those unique ruin bars buzzing with energy, and just history everywhere you look.
It's a vibrant city.
What's particularly interesting for 2025 planning, though, is its growing appeal for budget travelers and digital nomads.
Yeah.
Probably because it's got that great atmosphere, but is, relatively more affordable than some other big European capitals.
Budapest's compelling mixed history, nightlife, good value, as the list highlights, makes it increasingly appealing for a wide range of travelers. Those unique thermal baths are a distinct cultural experience, and the ruin bars offer a fascinating glimpse into its creative spirit. Its rising popularity among budget-conscious travelers and nomads really underscores its value right now for 2025.
Okay, finally, we arrive in Slovenia.
Slovenia described in the list as Europe's green treasure. And that image of Lake Bled, the island, the church, It just springs to mind instantly. Pure magic.
It really is iconic.
But the source emphasizes the whole country is a paradise for hikers, foodies, anyone seeking peace and quiet, and with a thriving, sustainable tourism sector highlighted for 2025. Well, it really appeals if you want stunning natural beauty with a lighter footprint. Slovenia's strong commitment to sustainability and preserving its breathtaking nature, as noted in our source, makes it a standout for environmentally aware travelers.
Definitely.
The Julian Alps, Lake Bled's serenity, the Adriatic coast. It offers such a diverse range of landscapes and outdoor activities, and its growing reputation for hikers and food lovers just adds to the appeal. It truly embodies that idea of responsible, rewarding travel.
Wow. So, okay, as we've taken this deep dive through these 15 incredible countries, I mean, from Italy and France's icons to Norway and Iceland's natural wonders.
The rich culture of Germany and Austria, the coastal charms of Spain and Portugal.
The history in Greece and Croatia, the art in the Netherlands and Czech Republic, Hungary's energy, and the green treasures of Switzerland and Slovenia.
Yeah.
It's just so clear that Europe in 2025 offers an astounding range of experiences.
An incredible breadth and depth.
Yeah, whether you're dreaming of art and history, thrilling adventures, amazing food, or just finding a peaceful escape somewhere, there really is a European destination calling your name. Each of these countries, as this list really shows, has its own unique story just waiting for you to discover.
Absolutely.
So I guess the final thought for you, the listener, is this. Considering all this incredible variety we've just talked about, what kind of European story do you want to write in 2025? Which of these places sparks the most compelling vision for your next adventure? Time to let those travel dreams guide you.